Hello, everyone. My name is Jackie, and I am the librarian here at the Iron River Public Library. And thank you for joining me today for story time. Let us get started. Here's Old Crow to help us sing our opening song. Tell me a story, tell me a story, tell me a story, one you haven't said. Tell me about the birds and the bees, how to make a chicken sneeze. Chew. Tell me a story. And then, well, thank you for helping sing that song today. If you joined in, we are talking about some stuff today that you might be seeing outside. You can look at my thing here. What are these things here? One, two, three, four, five. What are those five things? Yeah, those are leaves. Let's see what colors do we have. We have a kind of a reddish, orange, and green. And then this one is yellow and green. This one's all red. This one's yellow. And this one is green. What are those things, huh? Those are the leaves from the trees. And we are in the autumn or fall. And in that time period, the leaves start to turn color and they fall down. But Squirrel doesn't remember autumn from last year. So he needs some help today from Bird. In The Leaf Thief by Alice Heming and Nicola Slater. What a wonderful time of year. I am snug in my nest with a belly full of hazelnuts, and the sun is shining through the leafy canopy. Just like today, it's beautifully sunny out, isn't it? Such lovely colors, red, orange, red, gold, orange, red, gold, orange, red, gold. Wait a minute, one of my leaves is missing. Where is it? It's not in here. It's not under here. Bird. He's got to call his friend. Maybe a bird can help him. Let's find out. What is the matter? Look at Bird is reading this book, Bowling for Beginners. He's got his bowling ball and bag, his bowling shirt, his bowling shoes. He's ready to go bowling. Instead, he's answering Squirrel. Someone stole my leaf, says Squirrel. Your leaf? Yes, one of my leaves is missing. My leaf looked a lot like that one, the one Mouse has. That is not your leaf, Squirrel. But how can you be sure? Mouse? Mouse, did you steal my leaf? No, this is my boat. See, Squirrel, it is perfectly normal to lose a leaf or two at this time of year, okay? Okay, thanks, Bird. See you tomorrow. Maybe you can get some sleep. The next morning. Oh no, this is bad, Bird. What is the matter this time? More leaves have been stolen. Excuse me, Woodpecker, are those my leaves? No, they are my leaves, Squirrel. I spent ages collecting them. Look at that. He's making quite a little pretty arrangement on the side of his tree, isn't he? And there's Bird, and Squirrel is very upset there, isn't he? No one is taking your leaves, Squirrel. This happened last year, remember? Maybe. Why don't you go back to your nest and try to relax? Okay, thanks, Bird. So off he goes to his nest to try to relax. He is trying yoga, trying to stand on one foot. Then he takes a nice warm bath and he's trying to read his book in there. And then he's in bed trying to sleep. Breathe in and out. Just relax. And the light is still glowing at night. I don't think he's able to relax too well. The following morning, this is a disaster. Bird, Bird, where are you, Bird? I'm here, Squirrel. wait a minute. Oh, are you the leaf thief? No, Squirrel, I am not the leaf thief. Look at this. She's got her two leaves that are green, and we've got an arrangement of red leaves here too. I will show you the leaf thief. Where are they? Because I've got a few things I'd like to say to them. So off they're climbing. Look around you. The leaf thief is everywhere. It shakes the trees and rustles the leaves. It even takes your hat. There goes Mouse's hat. And look at the leaves that Woodpecker was trying to arrange. Those are being blown too. Do you see the leaf thief, Swirl? The only thief is the wind. This happens every year in the autumn. Every year. The leaves change color and the wind blows them away. They grow back again in the spring. Now I'm going home. Please don't disturb me again. It was just the wind. The leaves change colors and the wind blows them away. Of course. No leaf thief at all. Silly me. I'm going to sleep well tonight. The next morning, bird, someone has stolen the grass. So did somebody steal the grass? No, it just snowed in the night, didn't it? Winter is coming on, and autumn is getting done in that book, isn't it? That was called The Leaf Thief by Alice Hemming and Nicola Slater. Well, poor Squirrel. He didn't understand that leaves, when they change color, that means it's time to go into hibernation, and it's time for the winter to come on. And gather up all your leaves and get them ready to maybe jump in a pile and have fun that way. Well, we have some leaves that I showed you earlier when we counted, but these are leaves. We happen to put them all on one tree, but technically they don't go on one tree. Let's see, we have an oak leaf, a birch, or excuse me, an aspen leaf, a maple leaf, an ironwood leaf, and an apple leaf. Now, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 leaves on our tree. We are going to be singing a song about 5 little leaves. Goes like this. 5 little leaves on a tree next door. 1 fell off. And then there were 4. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 leaves left. Well, that's pretty good. 4 little leaves all over the tree. 1 fell off. And then there were 3. 3 little leaves. 1, 2, 3. 3 little leaves where the wind blew. 1 fell off. And then there were 2. 1, 2. 2 little leaves sitting in the sun. 1 fell off. And then there was 1. 1 little leaf in the tree all alone. The wind blew and blew, and now there are none. So our tree is bare, isn't it? That's how the trees are going to be looking very soon as we go finish up autumn and then go into winter. But what was that last leaf that we had there? Yeah, that was called an apple leaf. Now this one is still green, because the apple trees aren't quite ready to be done because they are still producing apples that need their help. Now, an apple tree, an apple, the fruit, are things that grow in a tree. And sometimes the wind blows, and not only does it take the leaves down, but it also takes the fruit. Sometimes you can see at the bottom of the apple tree all kinds of apples. Sometimes there are apples that stick really well. And you know what? They're way at the top of the apple tree. We're going to be singing a song called Way at the Top of the Apple Tree. But first, let's do our signs. Let's stretch our arms way up high. Get them way up there. Yeah. Now we have to have 2 apples. We're going to use 1 apple, 2 apples. We have 2 apples. And then we got to shake the tree. Get that good shake it. And then we have to make a downward motion. Things falling. And then we got to smile and rub our tummy. Okay, it goes like this. Way up high in the apple tree, 2 red apples smiled at me. I shook the tree as hard as I could. Ah! Down came the apples, and they were good. Okay, let's do that again. Way up high in the apple tree, 2 red apples smiled at me. I shook the tree as hard as I could. Ah! Down came the apples, and they were good. How many of you had apples before? For those that haven't or don't remember, there's red ones and green ones. But both of them have kind of a whitish inside, and they're nice and sweet. And they have lots of different flavors and lots of yummy, yummy sweetness when you get to eat them. But not only do the apples fall from the trees, so do the leaves, of course. And this creates kind of a fun atmosphere as the leaves are coming down. It kind of creates a party sensation. And that is what happens in our second book. It becomes a fall ball for y'all. And this is written by Jamie A. Swenson, and it's illustrated by Chiara, Fedele. Once upon a golden day, just like today, it's nice and bright and sunny, isn't it? Autumn wind blew into play, whooshing leaves into the air. Whoosh. Orange, brown, purple, everywhere. Look at that. All the animals are watching. There's a rabbit and 1, 2 little deer down there. There is a beaver, and way over here is a mole. They're all watching the leaves come down. Oh, look at that. There's even a shrew way down there in its burrow. At every burrow, den, and nest, an invitation fell to rest. You're invited, one and all, to the annual windfall ball. Let's see all the animals. There was a shrew. There was a rabbit. There was a mole. Look at, there's even a salamander and deer. 1, 2, 3, 4 deer in the picture. And there's even some other animals that we can't quite see way back there. There's a bird, and there is an owl, all getting the invitation for the ball. Geese postpone their grand migration. Bears and bats, their hibernation. Excitement for the party grew from great gray owl to smallest shrew. There's the owl, and then way down there is the shrew, kind of caught underneath there. You can't hardly see him. He's hiding so well. The creatures don their autumn best, fur and feather, print and pressed. Oh, they're all looking so nice. Coyote groomed, pheasant preened, porcupine shook, and otter clean. There's that little shrew again. Look at the tail feathers on the pheasant way over here. And it's got a pretty reddish blue head, doesn't it? That's a boy pheasant. And look at, there's another shrew buried in the side of the tree. And then the otters are getting all cleaned up and ready to go. The nights grew longer into fall as autumn wind prepared the ball. Squalls, that's a kind of wind. Squalls sent pumpkins tumbling round. A breeze shook apples to the ground, just like we did in our song, didn't we? There's some pumpkins. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pumpkins. And look at all the leaves blowing in the squall, flying through the air. Gusts and gales and tempest forces set a fete with 7 courses. Cranberries, chestnuts, corn and plums, sunflowers, daisies, chrysanthemums. Here's the cranberries and the chestnuts. There's some corn and there's some plums. There's sunflowers. There's some daisies. And then these are chrysanthemum flowers there. Look at, there's even some pumpkins and looks like some mushrooms even. Someone is looking on thinking, that looks really good. Maybe that's beaver. Oh, look at all that good food to eat, huh? Harvest moon set the night aglow. Guests arrive, some fast, some slow. Look at, there's a fox and a badger and a raccoon. Look at all the birds following the leaves as it blue in the sky. With time to nibble, greet and play, while festive tunes got underway. Some party music. Rabbit and turtle, it's rabbit and turtle. They tapped the beat as wind composed an autumn sweet. Soon the night was filled with song. A blustery chorus sang along. Look at all the animals. There's a deer and there's a rabbit, another rabbit, there's a turtle. And then there's the shrew and possibly mole, and it looks like a squirrel, and that one's a raccoon and another shrew, and then that's badger and that's a raccoon. It's the right wording. And look at these animals here. They're looking like they're having a really good time, don't they? With all the fruit and vegetables and all the leaves and nuts that they could chew on, having a good time. Then autumn wind began to dance. It breezed, it blew, it puffed, it pranced, beckoning both big and small to join in step at the windfall ball. Look at, they're all dancing. There's even a bear out dancing and enjoying the windfall ball. Getting food collected for the winter. Turkey strutted with elk and quail. Beaver kept time with his tail. A swirling night of celebration, windy, joyful jubilation. Look at that, antlers on the elk. And then there's a turkey with his feathers all out. There's the quail up in the tree, and there's beaver enjoying all the fun. In the shindig's happy wake, an autumn treasure for all to take. A windfall feast, a winter's cash to gobble, bury, store, and stash. Getting their fall harvest ready to store for the winter. Chipmunks filled their furry cheeks, raccoons took pumpkins, corn, and leeks. Then Badger raised one final toast for all who gathered and their host. Wind, there's owl and bear and squirrel and beaver and badger, all getting their last treats in. And every burrow, hill, and nest was ready then for winter's rest. Autumn waved goodbye to all until the next year's windfall ball. Look, there's turtles in the water, and there's the otters playing by the bank. And there's beaver. And look at that. That one's in his burrow. They're in their burrow. That one's sleeping in their burrow too. They're all getting ready for the winter, aren't they? Winter hibernation. And that is called A Fall Ball for All by Jamie Swenson and illustrated by Chiara, Fedele. Well, that is our last book for story time. We are going to conclude with our final song, but I want to remind everybody we will be meeting again on the, let's see here, the 25th, or it might be later in the day, or it be posted early. So I hope all of you have a good rest of the day. Let's do our final song. It goes like this. Clap our hands, clap our feet, shout hooray. Story time is over, clap your hands. Story time is over, clap your hands. Story time is done. I hope you had some fun. Story time is over, clap your hands. Story time is over, stomp your feet. Story time is over, stomp your feet. Story time is done. I hope you had some fun. Story time is over. Stomp your feet. Story time is over. Shout hooray. Hooray. Story time is over. Shout hooray. Hooray. Story time is done. I hope you had some fun. Story time is over. Shout hooray. Hooray. Now we're going to do all three. Story time is over. Do all three. Hooray. Story time is over. Do all three. Hooray. Story time is done. I hope you had some fun. Story time is over. Do all three. Hooray. Thank you all for coming, and we'll see you next time. Bye.